Hello everybody and welcome to my very first game review. To start off, this is a review for the closed beta for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which if you read the title, you already knew that. The game launches December 1st of this year. In this review, I will detail the good, the bad, and what needs some attention. This review was not sponsored by Ubisoft or any of its affiliates, and this is my own opinion on the game that I tested, and it will be based on my experiences alone. That aside, let's get to it. First off, I want to talk about the gameplay. Yes, this beta ran beautifully at 60 frames per second and 1080p, but an important note, I played on PS4. Now what this means is, PS4 ran at 1080p, but the Xbox ran at 900p. This may not be a big difference for some people, but a lot of people were kind of ticked off about that. Some things I want to stress about the gameplay though. The maps felt way too small. Not a lot of possibilities for things to happen on the outside. By this, I mean that the maps were constricted to just inside, and it felt like they could have done more to add layers to the map. I know that a lot of buildings had first, second, third floor, or a basement, but I meant they could have added things like an underground tunnel system to some of the maps, or a sky bridge. It just kind of felt too boxed in, and you had no real opportunities to get like good strike on people. Now, this could be nitpicky, but the gunplay was okay. And this is coming from Destiny, so I mean, anybody who's played Destiny knows that the gunplay in that game is superb. But there was a couple things I did like. One was that you can change any of the auto rifles. Now, you couldn't use all three of these modes, but you can change them between some of them. You could do between full auto, tri-burst, or semi-auto. I thought that was kind of nice. It felt better than trying to pick, say, just a semi-auto or something. I mean, you can change it depending on what you need to do. Now, I can't stress this enough. Shotguns have too much range. I mean, they just destroy from any distance, and that would be okay. However, it seems like there's also no damage fall off. This can be a problem with game launches, as people will stop playing online when they keep dying from the same shotgun when they can't control it. And speaking of that, balancing also seems off. Either the weapons do extreme amounts of damage, or hardly any at all. For example, handguns on the shield carriers have an extreme accurate hip fire, and can make it almost impossible to kill if that player was rushing anybody. Rifles have horrible recoil, so if you want to use one in close quarters combat, and you can't have time to aim, you're in bad luck because their recoil with hip fire is just monstrous. It's bad. They also sometimes, I don't know why, have a huge damage fall off and their accuracy is off. That can be really annoying when you're trying to shoot somebody and your accuracy just goes out the roof, even though you're aiming. And as mentioned before, shotguns need to be looked at. Now these may seem very nitpicky like I said, and they really are. I like my gunplay and my gameplay to feel as smooth and as well. Also as precise as possible. Does this affect the overall score? Yeah, it does. But it didn't stop me from playing, oh hell no. This game was pretty intense, and in some cases it was fun to play with friends. I did like that they added terrorist on the second day. This made the game fun to play when you couldn't get into a match, which I will talk about next because the matchmaking needs some definite attention. Overall, I will say that the maps that they had, which was only about 3 of them, were pretty well rendered and felt different from one another. Alright guys, here's the main issue, and it's the matchmaking. Anyone who played the beta knows and has had some sort of problem with it. Now, it's understandable because they are beta servers and all that. However, it should not take 10 or more minutes to find a match, only to be kicked from that match or something else. Several times I have been kicked straight to XMB. Even at one time it shut off my damn PS4, so these are not good signs, and it kind of put a bad stigma on the whole damn thing for me. I stopped playing for a couple days, and I couldn't find time or energy to play because I didn't want to keep getting kicked. I mean, this is a major issue. I mean, it's an online only game. before launch they have to fix this, otherwise, I mean, nobody's gonna buy it. So this hurt the overall rating pretty badly. They have to fix these before the beta closes, or right after it, in order to not receive so much backlash on December 1st. Overall, I'm giving this beta a 3.4 out of 5 stars. This beta was really fun and showed some good potential, but with bad matchmaking and only one single player option, fell short to my expectations. Right now, with the state that this game is in, it would only be worth about $20, even with a few more maps added. The things that they should focus on before they release is, 1, add a ton more maps. If you're going to sell this as an online-only game, you need at least over 15 maps, in my opinion. Otherwise, it gets stale. Add bots to multiplayer. If someone drops, it shouldn't be the end for either team. I mean, it gets kind of ridiculous when it's 3 against 5 or something, because, let's face it, there's no coming back from that most times. More guns and operators. This is very important. If you want people to be able to play your game and keep it fresh, you need to add variety. Now, in order to do that, I would suggest making custom characters and adding more guns and stuff like that you can unlock later, but I don't know, something just to allow people to express themselves more than just a gun shader or something like that. It needs to be something that if somebody takes their character, they can use something familiar, or at least something custom. Another big one, fix the servers, self-explanatory. Nerf weapons and balance them. Now this is a big one, because if you take a look at Destiny, it's been over a year since launch now, and they're still fixing the problems. Hell, they still have problems right now. So, take a playbook and read it, and fix it, because that's just not right. Also, add more content in general. You're gonna sell this game for the price point you're selling it at. It needs to have a ton more content. So if you want people to pay $60 for an online-only game, make sure you have it full of content. Look at Destiny. This is a prime example of what issues an online-only game can face. Look at the launch and the backlash it received because of the content lacking. And everything they've had to do over the past year just to fix that. And some of them still aren't fixed, let's be honest. Some advice, though, fix these. Or you'll see your game end up as $20 by May. This has been my rant and review on Rainbow Six Siege. I hope that you liked it, and if you want to see more game reviews in the future, please just let me know in the comment section down below. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, as well as follow me on Twitter and Facebook at @MikeOfficial. You can see the links for those in the description box below, as well as in the header above. With that being said, till the next video.